Hi, welcome to Product Management Sprint Update for sprint ending March 31st. We had some steady activity, administrator and user activity in this sprint. However, our invoices and payments activity, we've had to pause that for a bit until we have some key functionality around CSV export, receipt printing, and data upload that has been requested by the client. We had like a few more strategic learnings this sprint where the request for integrations through APIs has come across as a critical request from partners. And the request for a better user experience continues to be a big demand from our current clients as well. So those are we are taking that feedback forward and really starting to improve the user interface and also starting to explore how we can create APIs against the platform once we have a more concrete use cases. There were a couple of challenges that I had highlighted in previous sprint updates around access to plots data. And there's a bit of an update on that. We received new data, but there was a bit of manual data entry required for the proper processing of the files. However, we are almost at the end of completing the new GIS data upload that we received. The other challenges was around CyberSource, but the account has been set up and we are starting to move forward with that. So that's pretty exciting as well. We had quite a few accomplishments in the sprint on invoices and payments. These are all like key requests from clients that we had worked on that I've highlighted in bold. One was importing the customer and plot information to the database, creating a new accounting dashboard, adding signature on the receipt, importing the existing payment plans. On the AI and HRIR programs, we added fields. We added a field on the login screen to track how you learned about Inkwashi. On the customer journey, we've added a new start date to be able to track when the person entered that phase of the journey itself. On the GIS mapping and land registry, we've also received new data. So we uploaded that data into the maps as well. And there were a number of security, CRM, and other tasks and bugs that we completed. Some of these were required as part of the existing process flow, so we could not deprioritize these. As we did have two priorities from that we had set for the sprint on new partners onboarding. We wanted to add some customizable branding stories in, but we weren't able to address those, as well as the application navigation. We have that on staging, but it's not been pushed out to production yet. For next sprint, we really want to work on the story on mapping the construction activity. This has been something that the team has been looking at for the last few sprints, and we are really close to completing this. On invoices and payments, as I mentioned, there are a few key requests from the customer, from our existing client on importing past transaction, having a detailed receipt, printable receipt, and having a CSV export before they can fully utilize the system. So we really want to get those in this during the sprint, so the system can be up and running. New partners onboarding, we have again from previous sprint on customizable branding, being able to modify your community settings. We're taking that as a priority, especially with potentially a new partner coming on board, and continuing to improve the user interface, because that is a major request from a few different functions in the organization. Lastly, on the rewards program, we have a forms and workflow request. So we are going to start taking some small stories and building that functionality out a bit further. That's all for the product management sprint update. Thank you for listening. Bye.